And we're catching donkeys. We got a basket full of slabs already. Let me get my tripod going here, maybe. I gotta get everything situated. The eagles are over, the bald eagles are over there singing to us. And we're just having a good time. Nice day. Fish are popping everywhere. We probably got, what, 6 or 7 fish in the basket? Something like that. Hey, Big Mike, how you doing? Thought we'd pop up for a live for a little bit, see what's going on. We're catching crappies, slab crappies. The wind's picking up, so I don't know how long we'll be out here, but using my jigs and Gregory's using gulp. Casting like 150 feet out there. Using rocket bobbers and 4-pound, I'm using 10-pound Bass Pro Shop braid, along with, I got a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader that is Bass Pro brand as well. Hey NJ, Sampy, Bob. We got a basket full of fish already. We've only been here an hour. I thought, well, heck, we just go live for a little bit. I got me some video made for Facebook and stuff, some reels. The wind's starting to pick up now. The bite has slowed down just a little bit since the wind picked up in the last 10 minutes, but you're just gonna get that all tangled up over there, son. I mean, we haven't been catching them on every single cast, but we've caught quite a few already. I probably should have went live when we got here, but and give you guys a look-see at Gregory over there. He's trying to set up a bank rod pole using a double hook rod holder. That wind's actually starting to pick up pretty good now, so hopefully the fish stay biting. I'm using my Gray Ghost jig along with, tipping it with the pellet. That was a fish, wasn't it, Greg? They're not like dunking the bobber. They're like just laying it on its side or taking it slow. He said, Bob says, hopefully he's not, Gregory's not trying to fish like that Danny guy. You know, Smoky Mountain. Now watch, I went live, we won't catch nothing. We could pick up the basket and show you the basket, I suppose. Why don't you pick up that basket, Gregory, and show him the basket? Oh, there's Gregory, got one. Got you a donkey. Here, donkey. Don't lose him. He's a big one, Gregory. Get him on that rock. That is a big one. That's the biggest one of the day. There you go. That is a hog of a fish, Gregory. Look at that thing. Well, here, let's get him in the pic. Look at that. Now, that's a donkey. That is a straight out, that's a 2-pound fish. Here, I'll hold him. You go get the tape. You got a tape measure? No, you don't ever put one in the truck. Here, look at this fish. That's at least 1.5 pounds. Well, that's probably 1.25 pounds. So that fish is, yeah, he's only probably 1.5 pounds. He's not quite 2, but he got me excited for a minute. So that fish is 14 inches long. Get a scale. I bet you that's every bit of 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds. It may be more than that. I may be wrong. But we do have a scale. Oh yeah, I'm always enjoying myself with Gregory. Especially, see, I've caught way more fish than him today. I've caught like 15 or so far now. But Gregory just caught the biggest. There you go. 164, so a little over 1.5 pounds. Man, that fish looks way bigger than that. Don't it? Look at the size of my hand. I think you're, here, let's, all right, let's try that again. We're gonna make sure. Yeah, 1.6, well now it says 1.66, 1.64. So, got me excited thinking that was a 2-pound fish. It's just, you know, your eyeballs make it look bigger than what it actually, what it is. But here's our basket of fish. Yeah, put it in there. We'll fry that thing up. Yes, sir. All right, get back out, get the rod back out there. Hey, Possum. Fresno. If you wasn't raining, you'd be jigging. He said, I take that back about Gregory fishing like that Danny guy. I wish I could get the camera further away so you guys get a better view, but I can't read it if I get it too far away. And I didn't bring my other phone. Take notes, Possum. That's what Fresno said. Fresno told Possum to take notes. I'll show you what we see. We're way out there, guys. I don't even know if y'all can see our bobbers or not. We just put it on Gregory. When your bobber lays, that was a fish, Gregory. When your bobber lays over flat, like, oh, now you're on bottom, ain't you? You're up close enough, you're on bottom. When your bobber lays flat out there, that's a fish picking it up. Got me all excited, man. That fish, my eyeballs were oversizing that fish. But still, 1.6, pretty good fish, Greg. There you go, there you go. You lost it. What are you doing that for? Get it back out there. I told you they was out there deep. It's time to redeem yourself and catch up with me. I mean, we're not trying to make a, competition about this. We just, hey, Rod, Lisa, we're just out enjoying God's creation and trying to catch some dinner. We've got dinner in the basket for sure. Gregory put the biggest one in the basket. There you go, there you go. You lost him again. When you raise up like that and you feel him, just give him a little extra snug. I might have to join you and take off my gray ghost and put on a gulp minnow. They were just hammering my gray ghost earlier, though. All the leaves are falling off the trees around here. That cold front come through. Greg, that's a fish. When your bobber lays on its side out there, all them leaves blew off that tree and he got a leaf on his line now. No, we're not. We're not at KDOT. Do I want some tips? Yeah, give me some money. We're always open to suggestions. There, Gregory got one. All right, come off again. What's your problem, Greg? Brett and Drew. Tips how to fish? Well, the fact that in the last hour and 20 minutes, I've caught 15 crappie out there, and I mean, I'll take tips, but I think I'm doing all right. I'm just out with my son enjoying God's creation. Got my new wheelchair in, and I figured let's go do some fishing. And what? You got your new reel on? that you got from the Castaway crew. I guess you got it from John and Kimberly, is who sent it. Well, all I want to catch is crappie and bluegill. I could care less about anything else. I don't eat catfish because they're disgusting. And we catch and release mostly, and the only thing we do take home to eat is crappie and white perch. So if I wanted to catch big fish, I'd have went to Cheney or Milford or someplace like that. Tell Gregory don't be putting the possum fish. He said, don't be putting possum fish off there, Gregory. But to answer your question, Brett and Drew, I tie crappie jigs for a living, so that's what I fish for. I do have catfish poles and stuff. I just don't fish for them that much. I don't want to have to drive a long ways to go get them. I mean, we've got big catfish out at Cheney, but like I said, I could care less about big fish. I'd rather catch quantity than size. But yeah, I catch a lot of fish, so there's days we go out and between me and Gregory we'll catch 200 fish. So I want action. I don't want to sit around and be bored. Bass tastes like, no, bass ain't good eating. If you catch bass that are like 8 inches long, those are good eating, but big bass taste nasty. I don't eat catfish neither, because God says we're not supposed to eat fish with skin. We're supposed to be eating fish with scales. Now, I know because of the coming of Christ, all things are deemed clean, but catfish here in Kansas, in my part of Kansas, have so many parasites, I am not eating them. I don't want to have to take ivermectin to get rid of all the fluke worms. At least they right on. Yeah, Gregory uses worms a lot, Brett, but I don't care. I don't use worms. If I tip my jigs with anything, I use gulp. Right there. That's what I use. That's all I need. Yeah, I got a compost bin that has about 10,000 red wigglers in it. Yeah, and I'll use some wax worms once in a while, but I ain't really worried about it. We've been doing pretty good. Of course, the wind came up too, and I haven't really caught any fish on camera yet. I just had a bite and wasn't paying attention, looked back, and my bobber was floating back up. Trying to watch the camera. Hey Stuart, how you doing? It must be the middle of the night where you're at, or late in the evening anyways. What time is it over there in Scotland? I threw that far enough I almost can't see the bobber. But no, Brett, where I go fishing, there's a lot of what you're trying to catch. Yeah, there's a lot of big crappie in here. I mean, there's a lot of crappie. There's days we come out here and catch 200 of these crappie that are between 10 and 15 inches. Sometimes we catch 16, 17. Oh, it's only 7 over there? Well, that ain't too late. It's about the time I go to bed. Gregory, your bobber's encroaching in onto my area. I don't mind sharing with you, son, but I don't want to get your line whip on my... get all tangled together. I missed that and got excited first time my bobber went down from, you know, looks like rainbow trout. That looks like rainbow trout bait. Yeah, see, I don't like rainbow trout neither. That tastes like cat food. But we only have stalkers here. If I was in the mountains and stuff like Colorado or whatever, I'd eat rainbow trout. They're good there. But here, they taste like cat food. I am a crappie kind of guy. Can you tell? The crappie on my hat, crappie on my logo. But my ghost jig, my gray ghost, it's working pretty good today. Where'd you go? Oh, I see it. But it's starting to get a little. The wind's picking up out there. Of course, we're hidden behind the truck and stuff, so it's not so bad. But I bet you if I put a beetle spin on with one of my jigs, we'd probably do pretty good because they seem to be a little finicky. But like I said, we're just out here to spend time with my son, and you know, just, you know, my brother's on YouTube here, and have some fun and enjoy God's creation. And yeah, well, see, I got a boat. There's Gregory's got a fish. I've got a boat, but I don't like it because it hurts my back. See, you got to understand, I'm in a wheelchair, dude. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm in a wheelchair and my back is fused naturally, and so I don't have rods and screws holding my back into place. So all that rocking on a boat just kills my back. I can't handle it. But if you want a boat, I'll sell you a boat. I got one for sale. I've knocked the price down to $6,000. Wrong time of year in Kansas to sell a boat. Yeah, no, they're grabbing it and letting go. So if you wait 5 seconds, you're not going to have the fish. Gregory, get that basket of fish again, and let's show these people the fish that came in. And Gregory don't talk, so most of y'all know that. But there ain't nobody going to outfish Gregory if we go to a certain spots. Hey, Chad. All right, hold on a minute. All right, we've already got dinner, and we was only here for an hour before we went live, and most of them were caught in that hour. One donkey right there. I mean, it's not like a super donkey, but it's a little donkey. Here, get underneath there so I don't hook you. But also, when you're fishing 150 feet out with a bobber, you're not going to catch every fish, especially when you're down 4 to 5 feet. You have too much line sweep. It's gotten darker too, so I might need to swap up jigs. Oh, right on. The World Cup, I'm assuming that's soccer. The only thing I watch is American football. By the way, go Chiefs! They suck this year, but that's all right. Ah, I looked back and my bobber was just gone. See, that's what I'm saying when I... How big is the boat? Can you see a picture? Well, I got it for sale. The boat is a 20-foot pontoon boat. It has no seats on it, and if I wasn't on my phone, I could show you a picture. But you can go back to and see it. You can get, go back to some of my videos and see us out there fishing on it. I spent the last 2 years building it because it was a wreck when I got it. We stripped all the furniture off of it and put pole seats that you can move around and stuff. It has the 90 horse inline Mercury. It's got the inline 6 Mercury on it, and so one of the best engine ever made by Mercury. But it is a 2-stroke. It's not a 4-stroke. So it's an older boat. It's a 98. There's one. Finally, I was paying attention that time. You don't feel too big. He's not. A 9-incher. Yeah, maybe a 9-incher. Slide that box over here. Yeah, 9 1/4. I got enough in the basket for dinner. I don't want to over harvest, so. But that boat comes with a side sonar imaging, 2 lithium batteries, 1 AGM battery for the AGM is for the sonar, the side imaging, and the lithiums are for the trolling motor, so you could go out and you could troll all day long. It's got an iPilot trolling motor and what have you. But also, if you want it, you got to drive to Kingman, Kansas, because I ain't taking it nowhere to deliver it or nothing. It's gotten cold enough. I took the batteries out of it and they're in my garage to where they'll stay warm, because those AGM and lithiums don't like to be cold. I know, I see them. But I took the boat back out to the farm for winter storage. Hey, Rick! Well, you're watching my video, so you should know what my YouTube name is. It's Double Hook Angling. Yeah, there. Stuart just put it in. Double hook angling. Of course, being on TikTok mode, it may not show you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it does that. I don't go on the TikTok mode very often. I don't go live very often, except for when I'm tying jigs. But some of y'all like to watch me while we're out fishing, so here we are. Yep, got a basket full of dinner already. Hey, Gregory, Rick didn't see them fish. He wants to see them fish. Hold on, Rick. Gregory will get the basket again. Here, pull that big donkey out of there, Gregory, and show him. Don't drop him in the water. Here you go. Look at that fish, Rick. And now show the back. Hold the basket up so you can see the rest of them. So we got dinner. That Rick, that big one's only 166 or 164 or something like that. I mean, he's not huge, but yeah. No, Gregory's the only one to get to the basket. Chair ain't getting down there. Look there. Look at there. Good job, Gregory. That's what I figured. As soon as we go live, Gregory start catching more than me. But before we went live, Gregory was using his little baits, and I told him to put something bigger on. That was up that close? Oh, right on. Like I said, I should put a beetle spin on one of my jigs, like I was doing last time we were here. I caught 25 in an hour and a half. But you also got to consider fishing open water, so it's not like they're all piled up next to bait. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, they're pretty good slabs. That one's a big one. I wouldn't mind having 4 or 5 of them that big. Wouldn't have to clean so many fish. I don't have too much battery, so we'll probably stay live another half hour, y'all, but I doubt if we stay live much longer than that. And what are you getting into? How many things you gonna put on a hook? Look at this kid. He's got a worm, and now he's gonna put on a leech, a gulp leech. Gregory's stacking. But also, if that rain moves in, I'm out of here, man. I'll tell you that. I'm sweet. I melt. Can't believe you got that you got that big of a deal on there, Greg. Yeah, kind of makes me want to switch now. I've only caught one or two since we've been live. That one just hit it and I wasn't even paying attention. Looked up, my bobber was laying on its side. Lone Star Sunfish. I remember that who that was now. Some of you guys change your name and I get confused. I wonder if I'll put a beetle spin on if it would do any different. I don't have my other reel for my other rod. I bought me a new rod. Got me another fish eagle. Y'all know that I'm partial to them fish eagles from Bass Pro Shop. I like them because they're extra fast. That's what I'm using now. And then of course everybody's got to like Piscafun. If you don't like Piscafun, then you ain't tried it yet. I've had this one for over a year and it's just as smooth as can be, and this is like the #1 rod I use. Of course this one's a small one. This is only a 500. It's a Carbon X2. Oh, that's a different channel. Okay, there you go. Sunfish for Fish. You just got a different channel going. That's what the deal is. Well, hit the thumbs up on both channels. Get out of the way a little bit here so you can see Gregory. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. There's an eagle right there in the middle of the screen. There's a bald eagle. America! God bless the USA. Gregory. They got a big nest right across the way in the trees. We used to not see bald eagles in Kansas, but in the last 20 years, they've definitely come back. Now we got like a pair at every lake, it seems like. Of course, this lake's only 22 acres. Yeah, I think I will. You got me. I keep talking about it. I think I'm going to try a beetle spinner. Throw it out there a few times. Take off my rocket bobber. We use these bobbers right here. They're called rocket bobbers. we just buy them off of eBay. But these things you can chunk with those, and then they got, mine's broken, but they got a bait keeper on the, or a hook remover on the end there. Drop the line. The farmer in this next field over, hey, there's river rat. Bill. Thought I had one rigged up. Got me a swing 'em in bait beaver tail. The plastics I use, the company Swing 'em in Baits. He's a local guy here in Kansas. It is about an hour away from me. You guys want some good plastics, you can go check out Swing 'em in Baits. Swing 'em in Baits, he's got we'll try this color real quick, and then if this don't work, I'll switch over to the chartreuse tail one that I got. But y'all know me, I like to use local here in Kansas stuff. So and I don't fish a beetle spin like some people do. Yeah, we're not using any minnows, just gulp. And then I was using my jigs. Ah! Well, that was no bueno. What happened there? I had something hit me hard and then my line broke. Well, that's no good at all. Now I got to completely retie. That must have been my fault, because it broke right where I fused the line together. Either that or I had that. Oh, I had that knot. I never did cut that knot out. I caught all them fish with that knot in the line, and then I just hung in. I just got whatever I got broke. Oh, it happens, y'all. Happens to the best of us. But after catching that many fish, I should have retied. So this is the fluorocarbon I use. I guess I'm using 6 pound. I was thinking I had 4 on there, but my bad. I don't know why I thought I had 4. Now I gotta tie up again. What are you doing? Where's your leech? Out there? Well, what'd you leave it out there for? Trying to be like me and just lose your gear? If I can hold on to the line. I feel a little misty blowing in the air. That may be, we may be done here before too long. Oh, there's the sprinkles. And you know me, if I get wet, I'm done. The reason why I say that is because my wheelchair rides in the back of the truck. And I don't like sitting in a wet wheelchair like home. I don't need that. Well, I feel bad because now there's a fish swimming around out there because Dave didn't check his knot. Probably was a catfish anyways, every once in a while. You feel them sprinkles? Look at the water. Here it comes. If I start getting too wet, you know we're leaving. I'm such a sweet feller, you know I melt. Did you get one? There you go, there you go. Good job, Gregory. You're just trying to be a show off for all your friends. On a piece of worm. Yeah, worms do work. Don't get me wrong, worms do work. All right, now let's see if we can find a plastic that I use. It's a nice dark day. Let's try this one. Actually, you know what? Is that other one still in there? Yeah, don't try that one. Let's try this one. I'm going to try this watermelon with chartreuse tail. But this is the company I'm talking about. Swing 'em in Bait Company. Very reasonable price too. It's like $3.50 to $4.50 or $4 something a package. Now you're only getting 10 plastics in there, but them things are stout plastics, let me tell you. They're probably stiffer than some people like, but run that on a beetle spin thumper blade. What are you eating? Roast beef sandwich? Bob. Gregory. Bob said, it's okay, Dave. John leaves hooks in the fish for months all the time because he can't tie a hook on either. Problem is, I really can't get out there as far as I was with the bobber. So we'll see if this how this does. And I like to move my beetle spin. Yeah, he's not going to share with no one. Well, I am not eating that. I'd eat the roast beef, but I wouldn't eat the bread. I haven't had bread in a long time. Even my wife made bread the other night, and I didn't even eat it. Yeah, homemade bread's really good too. That whole heart attack thing, you know, I just been eating clean since, so. Hopefully the rain, it don't get no harder than this. I'll stay with it sprinkling like this. Bill Sims from Hutch. Hey, right on. We're from Kingman. He can't afford that beef. He said, and Bob says he's got to eat the bread because he can't afford the beef. Yeah, I know. Beef's gotten pretty expensive lately. Yeah, that wind shifted their directions and the fish have really slowed down now. Now it's starting to sprinkle too. Yeah, Rod's from Wichita. I'm from Kingman. So we all live within 35 miles of each other. We are fishing at a little lake down here by Cheney. We're just a few miles from Cheney. This is a little 22-acre lake. And to the credit of the fish, it is a private lake, but oh yeah, Kansas Chad too. Kansas Chad, he's a tall feller. And then Chad Thomason, he's in the corner of Kansas. I just can't. I'm not getting out there as far as it was when we was catching them fish. May just go back to the bobber. Bob, any of y'all more than welcome to come fish with us. I'll even bring you out here where we catch all the big slabby crappies. Well, I thought maybe changing over the beetle spin, that blade might, you know, give a little flash and want to entice them a little bit more, but it ain't doing the trick. I mean, I've only had it on here a few minutes, but no, Rod, I haven't sold the boat yet. I marked it down to 6,000, so I'd take as little as 5 for it just to get rid of it, but I can't go any lower than 5 for sure. That's what I got in it. I mean, that's actually, I got 6 in it, but I don't want to lose too much. Yeah, Gregory will make us all look bad. I'm telling you, Gregory just make us all look bad. Well, Stuart left because he just went live. I just got a notification he just went live. Might just take that beetle spin off and tie that beaver tail back on there and let it float around out there in them waves. Man, I went live because they was just hammering it. Then it's like I said, as soon as I went live, the wind picked up and they ain't hammering it no more. I wonder if that school moved over. Throw over the waves. Yeah, I'll take that beetle spin off and put that bobber back on there. I know I got cutters on my bag, but I keep just wanting to bite the dang thing. Alright, so now we're just going to go straight jig with that swing 'em in bait that I'm still going to tip it with one of them pellets. Never hurts to add a little extra. Well, you better go get a shower. Probably smell. I know Gregory needs a shower. Yeah, I can get out there about 25 feet further with the bobber versus that beetle spin. See if we can catch us a out there. I'd have been out here first thing this morning, but I had Bible study, so I didn't want to miss Bible study. I do enjoy going to Bible study. Keeps me in my place. Makes me think. Gives me something to study on, you know, for the next couple days. We went to, Gregory wasn't in retired Rick's last night for a while because of, we started going to a new church for Wednesday night. They have a dinner, so he got him some blackberry pie and some ice cream, so he was pretty happy about that. But it's good music and Randall, how you doing? There, yeah, there's one right there. Finally a fish. That thing inhaled that. Swing him in bait, man. He's not a very big one, but he was hungry. Boy, he did too. He swallowed her good. There we go. That's the smallest one I caught all day. Still a 8.5, 9-inch fish. That rain's starting to come, Gregory. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna get wet. Might have to put my wheelchair in the back on the way home. Like the Gregory's gotten pretty good at taking down my, yeah, it was lunch. I got a basket full of fish already. Yeah, Gregory, why don't you go shut your tackle box so it don't get full of water, and let's start figuring out something here. I wanted to be live an hour, and we're at an hour, sure, an hour and 4 minutes. Just put it in the truck once you get it wrapped up, so if it starts raining hard, we can get out of here pretty quick. But I did get my new wheelchair. See that? Look at that, orange. Put the bait box up as well, son. You're the one that drug it all out, so you can put it all up. Way out there. I barely see the bobber. Don't forget them waxies. You alright? There for a minute I thought you fell. You just dropped the box. Here. I'm gonna put this fish scale right there by your sandwich. Yep, now it's getting harder. Come on, I wanted to fish just a little longer. You're gonna rain us out. They said it'd be here. What time is it, I wonder? It's 2:15. They said it'd be here about 2 o'clock. It was. Go on, give me one more fish before we leave. Give Gregory one more fish before we leave. Yeah, Gregory, I'm tell you right, that's getting heavy. I don't want to get too wet. Biggest thing is I hate having this foam that's on my wheelchair. It gets wet and it just doesn't dry out very well. Greg, is that one reeled in? Okay. What are you doing? That's just a pellet. That's what they do when they get wet. Didn't you know that? I'm getting wet and I don't like it. And you can call me a wuss or whatever you want, but I'm telling you, Nick Ramsey. We're getting wet now. I don't like it. Wheelchair foam, you know, cushion and backrest, it don't do good when it gets wet. I missed him. I said give me one more fish. I had my chance. I blew it. I'm gonna throw it back out there though. It's worth getting wet. This time of year, they're all schooled up, so you got to find the school. We were in the school when we first got here, and then I don't know what happened. Getting wet now. Here, grab that basket, Gregory, and get the bucket. Go ahead and put them in a bucket. We'll show Nick the fish we got so far. Yeah, just leave your bobber out there. We got to put them fish in the bucket anyways. That's good. Don't want to get too much in there. All right, Nick, he's going to show you our donkeys. Get that big boy out there first. And we'll turn it to Gregory there. Yep. You got my snips? Just put them in there. We'll gill them when we get to the house. They'll be all right. It's cold enough; they'll survive. The camera went on. There you go. There's two. We're going to keep them all. So there's a small one. We caught plenty of them today. There's another little black crappie. There's a little white crappie. Another black crappie. Now he got it. That's a knothead. You see that? That's a knothead. Something tried to get him, or he got messed up when he was a baby or something. And that one's thick. It ain't very long, 11 inches or so, but it's thick. So that's what we caught today. What do you think? Rain kind of slowed down a little bit. On the other side of the lake, though, I can see it's raining pretty good. It's gonna get us. But that's all we need is about 5 to 7 fish for our family. So I don't want to take more than what we can eat. Come off! Well, I had him. He was pulling some drag there for a second. I think they moved over there. I'm gonna throw it right back out there. This time of year, them crappies schooling up. Yeah, November crappie. They start getting in schools and doing their thing. Gregory ran over to his bluegill hole real quick. As long as that rain holds off, I'll stay up. But it lightened up a little bit, but it's still sprinkling. I see some heavier stuff off in the distance. So yeah, we probably I don't know how many we've caught so far, but we've caught 20 fish plus. That bobber disappeared and I wasn't ready. He took my nibble. Whoops. throw another nibble on there real quick. I'm a big believer in these gulp nibbles, man. I don't know if you can call it cheating or what, but I use them. But that was the second bite pretty quick over in that area. So that school may have moved. Just trying to get them crappie to, get a full bite, and held I'm only using a 1/16 ounce jig so they can suck it in pretty good. Sometimes when they're on a light bite, even going down to 32nd or 64th works good, but when you do that, the hook gets so small. I wish my phone would pick up the bobbers out there that far, but when I turn it that way, you're just looking at water. I mean, I am throwing 150 feet out. But rocket bobbers will get you there, man. See, I don't think you guys can see that out there. You can probably see Gregory's up here up close, but mine's way out there. See that clump in the trees over there? That's the eagle's nest. We could have cheated and brought some minnows because I was in Wichita yesterday. There's one right there. That's a better fish. There's a better fish. But they are way out there. We're going to go ahead and keep that one too. Since the sprinkling is not that heavy, like I said, we're just going to keep trying. That means we have 8 fish in there now, I think. That's all I'm keeping. Oh, the Gregory got a nice one. Get him, Gregory. Don't let it go. There's another nice one, yeah. Why don't you take one of them smaller ones out of there and replace it with that one? I only want to take 8 home, but we can swap one out. Just find one of them smaller ones in there. And now you're going to get your hands wet. Yeah, I'll throw one back. Well, hopefully y'all have a great Thanksgiving this next week. We got a week until then, so we're doing ours next Wednesday. Boy, your bobber acted kind of goofy there for a minute. These make some good Facebook pictures. My bobber started to take off sideways, and I couldn't tell if it was an optical illusion because of the waves or if it was actually taking off sideways. And then by the time I realized it popped back and it just like stood back up. I should have set the hook on that fish. Castaway Crew 40, Joshua. Gregory got a donkey today. A big old slabby crappie. See if I can. Look at this crappie, Joshua. I know the camera don't do it justice, but here's my hand. It was 164. Pretty good crappie. Not giant, but a good crappie. And we do have a bucket full of crappie. And then see my new orange wheelchair? You like that, Joshua? You like that? I like that. Did you get one, Gregory? All right. Way out there, was he? He's not very big. Big enough. Well, at least Joshua got to see you catch a crappie. He's blowing up the hearts. Heck yeah. Appreciate y'all. God is good on a day like today, that's for sure. God is good all the time anyway, but it makes us feel good when I get out with my son and catch some good fish. Get a bucket full for dinner. That's always a plus too. We're not eating them tonight. I will clean them here when we get to the house, but tonight we're having tater tot casserole. If y'all don't know what that is, we do ours different sometimes. Sometimes we'll have beef, sometimes we'll have deer, sometimes we'll have pork. Tonight we're going to do ground pork and Then you put green beans and other vegetables in it, carrots, peas, that kind of stuff, whatever you want. And then cream of mushroom and Worcestershire sauce and salt and pepper, and cover it with tater tots, or put cheese on it and then put the tater tots on top. Some people put the tater tots on it and the cheese on top, but that makes the tater tots mushy. We like them crunchy. I do all the cooking in the house. Naomi does the bacon. We had Bible study this morning, or we'd have been out first thing this morning, or I should say I had Bible study. I go to Thursday Bible study by myself in the morning. Then I also have Bible study on Wednesday morning with the men, but that's at 6 o'clock in the morning, so Gregory don't want to get up for that. Last night we had Wednesday service with, Wednesday worship service with dinner beforehand. They do a fellowship meal and Wednesday service. Of course, church on Sunday. Gregory likes everybody singing at church. You like the music at the church? Yeah. When the preacher's preaching, Gregory's just doing crossword puzzles. I mean, they're biblical crossword puzzles, so he's got at least, or word search, I guess, is what you do during church service, word search. You do the crossword puzzles at other times. The crossword puzzles makes him get out his Bible because they're questions out of the Bible. Oh, I need a nap. Well, we got to stay another half an hour after I thought we was going to have to leave because of the rain, but Gregory, is my snips in the truck? If my snips is in the truck, we'll gill these before we leave. I gill all my fish, and basically do a little snip. That way they'll bleed out. They're not such a mess to clean. You don't have blood flopping everywhere. All right, so I do have my snips. Okay, I do got my snips, so we'll gill those. I won't do it on camera. We don't want to be grody for everybody. I just stick the scissors up in their gill and just cut the one side, and they'll bleed out pretty good before we get to the house. We've got about a 20-minute drive to the house. But it dropped 10, 15 degrees. I'm getting cold now too. All I brought was what I got on. I think I got my vest in the truck. But my vest ain't got no sleeves on it, of course, being a vest. So we're going to have jigs and coffee in the morning tomorrow, so y'all can come hang out in the morning and watch me tie some jigs. I got to finish up an order, but I'm not going to that order I promised I won't tie on screen, so it's supposed to be a surprise order. Yep, all them jigs that are sitting there. You gonna tell them what they are? Huh? You gonna tell them? That's a good thing about Gregory. He can keep a secret because he won't tell. Well, unless he gets to typing, he'll tell y'all if he's typing. But I promised that I wouldn't say nothing about what jigs I'm tying. So that means you can't neither. You can't tell the colors that I'm tying. Yeah, I seen you knee dip. You better not. I don't push you in the lake. What are you eyeballing? You see a deer or cow? All right, Gregory, it's starting to get heavy again. I'm done. Are you done? No. We're down to 3 people in here, so we might as well just call it. We must have got boring. All right, so we're going to call it and head out of here. I'm done. I'm tired of getting wet. So we're going to gill these fish and we're going to head to the house. Oh, now it says 6. I'm done anyways. Pack your stuff up, Gregory. Let's call it. Hopefully that phone stayed good connected to the internet the whole time. It comes and goes sometimes out here. All right, my pole's out of the water. Get yours out of the water. So there's the fish we caught today. We did pretty good. And I'm going to do a little dispatching here real quick. I want to be humane as possible about this. Come here, dude. It's going to happen, man. There was one in there that I didn't get yet. I got you. I can tell I got you. I got you. I got you. But I did not get you. All right, there's all the fish. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Possum, you have a great one. Be blessed, along with Joshua and Bill and Nick and everybody else that was in here still. Randall, Rod, Chad, Bob. I do appreciate all y'all. Got me a bait rag. This one's Smoky Mountains. I'll swap them out when I get them when we wash them. So it's starting to rain hard again, and I'm getting wet. I don't like to be wet. Definitely don't like my wheelchair wet. See, my bag's wet. Back of my shoulders are kind of damp. I put off enough heat, I dry out pretty quick, but anyways, I do appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be awesome. Go do something. Go tie something. Go be something. We'll see you later.